See, this right here is how you know players pay attention. Players are listening. Because Larmey Tunsil just uploaded a fire workout video where in the audio he had where the beat reporter called him out.
Either, that's where I have a problem. You can be on U Street doing the Cotton Eye Joe, messing the club up, buying sections, doing the whole nine, but you can't show up to voluntary OTAs?
For not being at voluntary OTAs. Let's talk about it.
The way that we live is not for everybody.
Nah, that ain't it, y'all.
How do you think the rest of Jaden Daniels' career is going to go? If we're, 6, 7 games into Jaden Daniels' career, and he's already milking injuries? Like,
Nigga, stop saying my name, you dick riding bastard.
YouTube, what's going on? It's Juan Gotti here. We have the Washington Commanders video, and in today's video, I'm coming on here with a video where we're going to be talking about Larmey Tunsil responding back to the beat reporter that called him out for not being at OTA's, voluntary that is, with a fire video. So without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. For make sure you guys go down below, leave a like on this video, subscribe to the channel if you are new, turn on post notifications so you get notified when I upload new videos like this to the channel. We're on the road to 10,000 subscribers. We greatly appreciate if you can reach that goal as soon as possible. Thank you so much. It'd be greatly appreciated. Man, we're so close, bro. We're almost there, bro. Like, we're almost there. Like, we just need a couple more subscribers, few more hundred, bro, and we ought to be there. So please share me out. It'd be greatly appreciated, man. But, all right. Remember, a couple weeks ago, I made the video about the beat reporter Lionel Willingham. You know, that video where he called out Marshawn Lattimore and Larmey Tunsil.
Larmey Tunsil thing, he's not there either? That's where I have a problem. You can be on U Street doing the Cotton Eye Joe, messing the club up, buying sections, doing the whole nine, but you can't show up to voluntary OTAs?
You can be on U Street doing the Cotton Eye Joe, but you can't show up for voluntary OTAs. You know what I'm saying? Remember that? And a lot of y'all gave him hell for that comment. You know what I'm saying? Like, I came on and I was like, man, I mean, I get what he's saying, but at the same time, these are veteran players, right? And they didn't show up to their voluntary OTAs with their last team. And it's voluntary at the end of the day. It's not like it's mandatory, right? At mandatory minis, who were there? Both Marshawn Lattimore and Larmey Tunsil. So at the end of the day, it wasn't that serious. But Larmey Tunsil did pay attention. Because check this out.
Tunsil thing, he's not there either? That's where I have a problem. You can be on U Street doing the Cotton Eye Joe, messing the club up, buying sections, doing the whole nine, but you can't show up to voluntary OTAs? 15 there. Know that you're there. Know that you're not
Okay, with statistics, of course. Yeah.
Woo, that was fire, bro. I'm not gonna hold you. And after, getting to know a little bit of who Lionel Willingham is, because prior to this, I knew of the name a little bit, but I didn't know who he was and his style, man. I tried to get him on the channel, and I hope I still can, because he followed me back on the gram, so he's a cool dude. But his style of journalism is something that you have to get used to, right? His style of journalism is, I'm going to say the most outlandish things to get people riled up and to get their attention. Because when Larmey Tunsil reposted it, Twitter was going in on him, and, you know what I'm saying, he took it as if it was like, you know what I'm saying, a good thing that he was reposting his audio. When it's like, oh, okay, your voice is in it, that's cool. But Larmey Tunsil probably like, hold home, like, I don't even know you, but you like basically saying, talking smack about me. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not at voluntary OTAs. Neither here nor there, though. I definitely understand his journalism style, right? He says stuff like Sam Cosmi or Brandon Coleman is a better gonna be a better guard than Sam Cosmi. Come on, But I hope I can get him on the channel because, again, I want to have a nice, conversation with him. Again, cool guys, so I have nothing, like, obviously against him. I don't know him or anything like that, but that's just his journalism style. Larmey Tonsel, on the other hand, though, this is the most aura we've had at the position since Trent Williams, man. I'm telling you, bro. Like, Trent Williams is the last time we've truly had swagger at the left tackle position, and now it's back. I mean, Larmey, you know what I'm saying, looking sweet with the tats. Like the workout video, he just looked fly, bruh. And I ain't gonna lie, the left tackle position is a position in which you need somebody that's gonna be, fly, not take crap from anybody, because that's who's gonna be protecting your left tackle, your blind side for your quarterback. So of course you want somebody that gonna handle business. No shot at Charles Leno, but we remember the Charles Leno days. Like, we can't go back. Like, I'm Nino P. Brandon Coleman, that was okay, but I'd rather have Larmey Tunsil, right? Before that, I'm trying to think, 2019. It wasn't Charles Leno, but you get what I'm saying. You get my gist. It wasn't good, right? So Larmey being here, man, he even talked about the rest of the office.
Of the culture and kind of what they're building here in Washington. What stood out to you over the last couple of days?
I mean, it's something special for sure. I mean, I think DQ did a good job putting the coaches together, putting the players together, and just embracing this new chapter with the Washington Commanders. I've been here for 2 days, man. I love the atmosphere. Good energy, good people, man.
What do you think about Jaden? Obviously, again, another small sample size, but you see him up close and personal. How do you develop that rapport in the early going?
I try to get as close to as I can. I mean, as a quarterback, that's somebody I got to protect. So I try to put my life on the line from, football terms, of course. But y'all see it, man. He's a baller. It's not much to say about Jaden. Like, y'all seen what he did last year. Absolutely. Dogs, I think, moving BC inside. And then, who I'm really impressed with, though? JC. JC is going to be a dog. And I'm not just saying that just to blow smoke up his ass. Pardon my sorry language, but JC's going to be a dog, man. I can't wait to see it.
Why do you say that?
Just the way he's moved, the way he's been, athletic, smart, very intelligent. I think he got all the tools to be a damn good player in this league.
And he's like, man, Josh Connolly, JC is a dog. You know what I'm saying? Moving BC inside. I love how they already got nicknames, like moving. And I know it's just Josh Connolly Jr., so JC's easy, Brandon Cohen, BC's easy. But to all them already have, nicknames, and him to already take them under their wing, like, that's pretty cool. Because I heard Brandon Coleman kind of was taking Josh Connolly Jr. on his wing, showing him the ropes. And, in some cases, players could feel like betrayed or feel like, I ain't about to help this dude, but he coming in to take my spot. Because essentially, Brandon Coleman was going to have the opportunity to play left tackle had we not drafted Josh Connolly Jr. Now that you drafted Josh Connolly Jr., that goes out the window. But he said, nah, man, I'm going to show you the ropes, bro. That's the kind of brotherhood that we have here, man. Next man up, I'm here to win a ring. And quite frankly, Brandon Coleman's still going to play. Because at the end of the day, I do think he's going to be the starter at one of these guard positions. Probably left guard. So, in my opinion, it'll be another Brandon Sheriff situation. It'll be another Sam Cosby situation. Hopefully, with Josh Connolly Jr., we got it right. We're finally drafting a tackle that's going to play tackle, right? Like, it's been 3 regimes and 3 players where we drafted, hopefully, for tackle. But they ended up being some damn good guards. So, at the end of the day, it's not necessarily the position we drafted them for, but he's here, right? And I'm excited for Larmey. I think he's gonna have a really good season if he can like slightly turn down the penalties. That's the only thing that I heard a lot of negativity about him when he was at Houston, especially last year. It was just like he had a lot of penalties last year, And if he could tune that down, that would be great. That would be great, and he could turn back to his old form. He's the top 3 offensive lineman in his league, left tackle in his league, and I definitely feel that he has a lot left in the tank. He wants another contract extension, so he's going to play his tail off this season, and that's why I think this year has the opportunity to be truly special. Yes, I get it. The schedule is much harder than what it was last year. I understand that, but a lot of these players, they're playing for their livelihood, man, right? A lot of these guys are on expiring contracts and they want extensions, if not from Washington, from other teams. So they're going to play their hardest, which ultimately may be in the favor of Washington to win a Super Bowl this year. And this is the first time in my lifetime that I'm going into a year expecting to be competing for Super Bowls, expecting to have a chance to win a Lombardi, and actually, in fact, saying, yeah, my team could win a Super Bowl and not look foolish, not get laughed at, not get clowned at. And it's for all the acquisitions that we made, like a Larmey Tonsel, who's going to come in, protect Jaden Daniels' blind side. Can you imagine? I always bring this up, but go back to that Detroit Lions game, man. Go back to that Detroit Lions game and look at how much time Jaden Daniels had in that game for a lot of those passes. And I get it, Detroit was banged up. I understand, I'm not taking that away from them. You know, I'm just speaking from the fact of what we're trying to build for our offensive line. We're trying to give Jaden Daniels that much time on a consistent basis. And I've already made the video on it. Check it out. I do think when Sam Cosmi comes back, this offensive line has the opportunity to be top 5 in the NFL. Left tackle, Larmey Tunsil. Left guard, Brandon Coleman. Center, Tyler Biadasz, who we got from Dallas. And still to this day, excited that we got him from Dallas because he's been an absolute stud. Right guard, Andrew Wiley, Nate Herbig, maybe Nate Algrady. We'll see what they decide to do at the right guard position until Sam Cosmi comes back. But then once Sam Cosmi comes back, who apparently is ahead of schedule and not being ruled out for the start of the season, you throw Sam Cosmi back in and then right tackle with Josh Conley Jr. So at full strength, Washington's unit is damn good. It's the best offensive line we've had since what? Morgan Moses, Brandon Scherf, Trent, Sean Laval. Was Sean Laval on the left guard for that team? Corey Littensteiger. I remember them days, man. Like this is the best. It's the best offensive line we had in a minute. I ain't gonna hold you. On paper, it's the best offensive line we had in a minute. But it's kind of funny. I love that, you know, my man LT responded, but like kind of in like a, all right, I'm gonna show you way. Like, y'all think because I wasn't at voluntary minis, I wasn't putting in the work. Nah, I was putting in the work. But that's what a lot of these players do, man. They get to the point where they're at their career, not saying that they don't have nothing to prove, but they're like, bro, sorry, I just woke up. Bear with me. I'm sorry. But and it's not like they're not at the point, and they're at the point of their career, not when they're like not trying with the team, but it's like, bro, we don't really have nothing to prove in terms of like voluntary OTAs. Mandatory, we'll be there. We're off working with our own trainers. We're off working with our own guys in the element that we're familiar with. And you gotta understand, right? Like, he changed the elements, bro. Like, he's not used to DC or Maryland or VA, whatever, DMV. Like, he's not used to it yet. So he's probably like, okay, I'm gonna work out where I'm comfortable at. And then when I have to be there, I'm gonna be there. That way, I'm building the chemistry with the players, the coaches and all that. And then let's say he gets a contract extension. All right, boom. Next offseason, he'll be in the city, be in VA or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Working out and whatnot, because now he's more familiar with the area. So I never looked at it as a big issue. All I said was, man, if he's not at mandatory, then we'll have a problem. But he's gonna be there, and he looks huge, bro. Like, there is a massive, massive difference between him and Chris Paul, bro. Like, that dude is a machine. He's athletic. He's quick. He's powerful. And he got bro. He got swag. He looked tough, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, again, this is the most swag we've had at that position since Trent. You know what I'm saying? And Larmey bringing it back to the old days, man. We used to be spoiled at left tackle. Even going back to some of y'all days, right? I know Chris Samuel, Trent Williams, but then before that, forgive me if I'm wrong, y'all. I don't know, Joe Jacoby. I feel like that was wrong. Now I said Mark Mosley, the kicker. One of the Hogs. I know it was one of them. I want to take a stab and say Joe Jacoby, but again, I'm 21. I wasn't alive during those times, but I do know the Hogs. Needless to say, we've been spoiled at the left tackle position, and as of late, since Trent Williams' departure, we have been struggling to find the left tackle. Now, looks like we have it. But let me know what you guys think about Larmey Tunsil kind of responding and sending shots back to the beat reporter that basically called him out for missing minicamp. Voluntary, that is. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, help to watch the Commanders on the road to 10,000 subscribers. So we greatly appreciate it if you can reach that goal as soon as possible. Thank you so much. Catch y'all later. Peace.
Ballin' like I'm Deshaun, throw the bomb, G. That's IG, my jersey never seen a lawn.